Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Season 5 is dropping this week between Warzone and Vanguard, and as with any new seasonal update, we've got a ton of weapon changes and weapon updates coming to each game. We're talking new weapons, more than we've seen actually in a season as far as ranged weapons go in quite some time. We also know we're going to see plenty of weapon tuning as well. Today, we are essentially breaking down what to expect for the Season 5 weapons update, the final major weapons update, if you will, of Warzone 1 and the Vanguard era. So let's start first with the new weapons, the new additions to the arsenal coming right at launch, because like I said, this season actually has 5 new quote-unquote ranged weapons. 4 of them are ranged weapons, one sort of half range, half melee. It's kind of weird, but initially, and probably the most controversial one that we have for this season, the EX1, which, if you've seen the pictures of it so far, if you've seen the breakdown of it, it is in fact the EM1 prototype laser or energy rifle from Advanced Warfare. Now, how this gun is in Warzone and Vanguard, a World War II era game, I don't know, but I also don't care because it's the devs having fun and I want to have fun, and I don't care if it's realistic or not. I'm here for whatever's going to, create a good time and allow us to have some fun and unique engagements in game, right? But yes, the EM1 is coming as a battle pass weapon, so this one will be free in either tier 15 or tier 31s, usually where they end up landing. And that means as long as you get to those tiers, you'll be able to unlock this weapon. You don't have to buy the battle pass, you just have to get to that tier via playing, or you can always buy tiers if you want to as well. But the description of this weapon is as follows: a prototype energy rifle effective at long range and highly customizable. This prototype energy rifle leaves behind traditional ballistics in favor of a battery system, a customizable battery system used to power its attacks. Effective at long range, the weapon requires a cooling off period after depleting its charge capacity. You don't have to worry about running out of ammo, but get caught during the reload and you're in trouble. Equip the heat muzzle for an extra charge capacity. Insert a new battery and transform the EX1's capabilities with the burst barrel or the charge sniper barrel. Its gunsmith potential is impressive with options for every scenario. So it seems like while this is going to be a rifle as its true designation, it's going to be very versatile and also very awkward for a lot of players to get used to. Like they said, you're not going to have to worry about picking up rifle ammo or sniper ammo or anything. You have to worry about making sure you don't overheat the gun, which I feel like is going to be relatively easy. Otherwise, it might be a little bit overpowered unless it's just a pea shooter and does no damage, which I guess also is a possibility. Although because it is a new weapon, one that a lot of players are going to have their eyes on especially, I have a feeling this one's going to be very, very strong. But as that description says, with the gunsmith here, you're going to be able to make it, have a longer capacity with that battery. Maybe there's going to be an extended battery as like a magazine attachment or whatever. And you can also apparently change how it functions, whether you want like a continuous laser shooting out of the gun like what we had with Advanced Warfare. You can change it to a burst apparently, or a charged sniper barrel. I imagine that shoots out one very powerful burst at a time, and then it'll end up having a longer cooldown in between shots potentially, but also has the potential to one shot or two shot down. Also, by the way, once these weapons are out with the Season 5 update, we're going to be covering the best loadouts for them, all the class setups, everything you need to know. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you're new here. Every day I got you covered with the latest news, updates, loadouts, tips, everything going on. You'll find it right here. And real quick, just want to give a shout out to Scuff. You guys have heard me talk about them in the past. I've been using Scuff controllers since the MW3 days. I cannot play without them anymore. I'm so used to, the grip they have, the digital tap triggers, the paddles on the back. They just make the controller experience so much more smooth and comfortable. And the new PlayStation 5 Reflex controllers, hands down, my favorite ever. The quality is phenomenal. They just feel durable. They feel so smooth. I love them. If you want to pick up a controller for yourself, whether it be for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, they got something for everybody. Link for that will be down in the description below, and code WhosImmortal gets you a nice little discount at checkout. Anyway, following the XM1, we also have a secondary launch weapon via the Battle Pass, as always, again in tier 15 and tier 31. For free for everyone who gets to those tiers. The second one is going to be the RA225, which is a brand new SMG. So yes, Season 5 is yet another Vanguard season where we see a new rifle and a new SMG. I think they found out very quickly that those are the weapons that most players use, and those are the ones that they can get the most battle pass sales on and most people's eyes on early on into a season, you know, because we really haven't had much variety. There's always, it seems like, a rifle and an SMG coming out with every new season. Anyways, the description for the RA225 here is, this SMG has a high fire rate and a very mobile, compact frame. This lightweight SMG boasts a fast fire rate and quick handling, perfect for shredding enemies in close to mid-range battles. That does make it seem like it could have potentially a sniper support build similar to maybe the well gun, if you will, if you can manage its upward kick. So apparently it does have a decent amount of vertical recoil, but of course vertical control is the easier of the two. Horizontal is a lot more random and hard to consistently handle. Vertical, pretty straightforward, or should I say pretty straight up. I'm gonna stop there. It's great for objective play in tight areas, though you may want to pair it with a heavier damage dealing weapon when more firepower is needed. It's highly customizable via Gunsmith 2, with options for greater power, so a damage increasing mag, better handling, and better accuracy. Find the right balance and soon you'll never want to be without this blazing SMG. However, keep your eyes out for extra ammo, you'll need it. That to me makes it sound like it's going to have a small magazine capacity, which could in fact limit it from being an actual top tier meta weapon. If it's got a small mag like the Sten, which is like 36 for the fastest TTK build, you might not see many players running this simply because of that fact, outside of maybe solos and duos. Now, the third weapon we're getting in the launch window, which probably means about a week or two after the launch of Season 5, is called the Valois Revolver. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I don't think it's Valois because that just doesn't sound right, but this is a revolver and a knife combination, which the description I didn't realize says exactly that. A combination knife and revolver that acts as both a lethal melee weapon and a pistol. This rare weapon is a villain's dream, capable of landing one-hit melee eliminations. I don't like the sound of that. While also holding 6 rounds in the chamber for extra versatility. Its damage is not remarkable, so it's not going to be super strong. Probably going to be similar to the Magnum from Vanguard, kind of, you know, garbage. But it'll do the job against a fleeing or damaged opponent. Operators can obtain this by purchasing it in a bundle available in Season 5 again shortly after, but you can also earn this for free via a challenge either in multiplayer in Warzone or in Zombies. And the challenges here, super simple. In multiplayer or Warzone, all you have to do is get 15 total melee kills. That's it. If you own Vanguard, you can get that done in one game of you know, Shipment or DOS House. That's very simple. In Warzone and Plunder, that's also pretty straightforward. Knock somebody, melee them, you're good to go. In Zombies, you need to get 1,000 elims using pistols that have been pack-a-punched. Again, not that tedious, at least in my opinion. Personally, I think the multiplayer challenge is way easier, but yeah, we're getting the revolver melee shortly after launch, and you can get that for free. Then in season, this is where things get very interesting. We don't have full-on descriptions, but we are getting 2 new weapons in the mid-season update as opposed to just 1. Usually we only see 1 new rifle or SMG or LMG usually drop with the mid-season update, then we're good to go. This time around we are getting the BP50, which is actually the FN2000, and then also the Liena 57 rifles. So this is going to be a very interesting mid-season update. Those are both going to come out for free or via a new store bundle as well for each of those, but we are going to have more mid-season content in terms of weapons than we have in any other season during the Vanguard era. So 5 ranged weapons, really I would say 4 ranged weapons and 1 melee revolver, but that's still more weapon updates than we've seen in any other season so far, so definitely some interesting stuff to look forward to. And then of course, outside of just the new weapons being added to the game with Season 5, we know we're going to see a new weapon tuning update with plenty of meta adjustments. Over the weekend, we ended up talking about what I assumed was going to be happening with the long range meta and with the close range meta in 2 different videos, so if you haven't caught them in full detail, feel free to go and check them out. To summarize a bit, the main things that I would look out for are changes to the KGM40, probably some nerfs there to remove it from the top of the rifle meta just because it's so low recoil and so easy to use. But in my opinion, the real things that I'm curious about is the SMG meta, because right now the Armaguerra, the Blixen, and the Marco are dominating close range, and if you're not using one of those 3 weapons, you're probably losing gunfights. They are by far the most dominant weapons that we have at the moment in terms of any meta. Like, yeah, the KG is the best rifle for most players, but the STG is also good. The UGM8, it's also good. when it comes to the SMGs, there's not that same, diversity. So I'd expect some changes to the KG, the Arma, the Marco, and the Blixen, to say the least. Outside of that, we could see several other surprise changes. And once the patch notes do drop, you guys already know I'm going to be covering those here on the channel ASAP. So feel free to subscribe with those noties turned on. That way you can always guarantee you are up to date with everything going on in COD. I got you covered with news, updates, loadouts, tips, literally every single day, most days twice a day. So be sure to hit that sub button. And of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by dropping a like on it. But that is going to wrap things up. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.